Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be taking a look at an article from Archamax. Now this appears to have originally been published in the Los Angeles Times and is written by Melissa Healy. Now this was published on December 20th. And all I got to say is it's basically, well, Trump supporters, they just don't deal with facts and they're just idiots. It's kind of like that type of mentality. They don't directly say that, but that's what they're getting at. Voters have high tolerance for politicians who lie, even those caught doing it, which is a jab at Trump supporters and Trump. So let's get into the article here. In a modern democracy, peddling conspiracies for political advantage is perhaps not so different from seeding an epidemic. Again, they're looking at the fact of Trump. They're just not directly saying it, which is why they're now using this descriptor as they are here, Melissa. If a virus is to gain a foothold with the electorate, it will need a population of likely believers, susceptibles in the public health speak, a germ nimble enough to infect a new host easily, an irresistible tall tale, and an eager amen choir, also known as super spreaders. Oh my God. I mean, they're basically trying to portray it as, like, because you can tell this is written with the idea of Trump. And they actually literally bring up she actually brings up Trump later on in this. It's fucking hilarious. Trump deranged bitch. She really is. It's so funny. Unleashed on the body politic. God, she's literally using a Marxist fucking like term. The body politic. The bitch a commie? I'm betting she might be. Unleashed on the body politic, because that's something Marx liked to use, as the body politic. A falsehood may spread across the social networks that supply us with information. Facebook is a doorknob slathered in germs, Twitter a sneezing coworker, and Instagram a child returning home after a day of school, ensuring the exposure of all. Oh my God, she's a fucking kid hater too. Holy shit, because only a fucking kid-hating bitch would use a child in that type of reference. Holy fucking shit. She's probably one of those bitches that's never going to have kids, have like 6 cats or like 4 little tiny dogs or some shit. And she's probably never going to find a man, I'm sure. Yeah, she's one of those typical feminazi bitches, I'm guessing. Just by that, yeah. But if lies, conspiracies, and fake news are really like germs, you might think that fact-checking is the cure and truth an effective antidote. Well, slight problem. When your fact checkers are full of fucking shit and have major fucking bias that falls along the lines of you and just confirms your bias, yeah, they're not exactly the cure. They're propagandists. They like feed the disease. If it only were that easy. Give me a break. New researchers offer fresh insights into the stubborn role of ideology in maintaining support for those who peddle falsehoods and the limited power of fact-checking to change voters' minds. Oh, you mean like Snopes, who keep getting proven that they're full of fucking shit? You mean like the Washington Post, who has been proven that their Pinocchio shit with Trump is complete bullshit, that they've lied over and over in regards to him supposedly lying? I mean, hell... Oh God, what the hell is his name? I keep bringing him up. I should fucking go and double check on his name to refresh my memory. But there's a guy who Steven Crowder had on who literally went through pretty much all of the stuff that they said at the Washington Post were Trump lies, and it turned out they were the ones lying and that Trump was actually correct. And the guy that was doing it wasn't like, this Trump fucking, zealot or anything. I mean, he really wasn't. So what does that tell you? You want to push this fact checker shit, and the fact checkers are biased, lying sacks of piece of shit. Sacks of shit. Sack pieces of shit. Sacks of shit. Why did I say it? Sack pieces of shit. Anyway. The Snopes guy is the least credible guy out there. The guy who runs Snopes. All right. He's literally stopped his own fact-checking, site, however you want to look at it, company, from reporting the facts on his little incident where he was embezzling funds, spending it on hookers, left his wife for one hooker, who was actually a failed porn actress too. And yeah, they're now running the company together. I'm really going to take that as a credible freaking, outlet for fact checking. you freaking leftist bitch. You all run the fact checking and you're all biased. If you had bipartisan, unbiased fact checkers, where you had people from all spectrums of the false left-right paradigm, the far left, the far right, and everywhere in between, doing actual fact checking, and you actually presented actual facts, then you would have some credibility. But right now, you really don't when it comes to the fact checking. Even in the face of immediate and authoritative corrections, we humans don't budge easily or for long from established opinions about politics, politicians, and their coverage they receive. Yeah, okay. That tends to be the left, a bit of projection going on here. And some of us, in particular those who endorse conservative positions, are quicker to believe assertions that warn of grim consequences or sinister forces at work. Yep, look at deranged leftist, Trump deranged, psycho bitch. Conservatives. The conservatives, they're the ones who they're just quicker to believe assertions. They're just dumbed down and they've got like low IQs and they just believe whatever the fuck they're told. You literally just described the far left with that, with your insinuation, bitch. That's how the far left operates. They're the ones who are quicker to believe assertions that warn of grim consequences or sinister forces at work, which is why you see this evil patriarchy shit. Holy fucking crap, you dumb bitch. Healy, you are a dumb bitch. You are a feminazi, brainwashed dumb bitch. God damn. The findings of 3 new studies suggest that fact checkers had better be persistent and that their expectations of changing people's minds had better be modest. Yeah, because you fucking idiots keep pushing shit as fact when it isn't, and we go, fuck you, but it's fact. Oh, really? Well, this counters that. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. That's how you people act with your fucking facts. When actually presented with facts that counter your bullshit supposed facts, you go, no, that ain't fact. You act like fucking children. But the research also suggests that if fact checkers want the truth to matter, they should not be shy about touting the value of their service. Oh, so basically they should fucking sniff their own farts, get high off them, what you're saying, and push their fucking virtue and virtue signal. Okay, fuck you. That's not how it works. Fuck you. Arguably, the need for fact-checking has never been greater. The Washington Post's fact-checker, which maintains a running tally of the president's false statements, and as I already said, was proven to be full of fucking shit on that, and this was by someone who wasn't a Trump fan that proved this, has counted 6,420 false or misleading statements made by the president through October 30, including more than 4,400 this year. Excuse me. Yeah, and that's been completely debunked, but it doesn't get covered because you people go, oh, the Washington Post, who has been caught printing fake news about the president, has this miraculous fucking fact-checking department. But yet, they can't check their own fucking facts. Okay. A fact-checker poll released this week has found that more than 6 in 10 Americans believe fact-checkers when they conclude that President Donald Trump has made a false claim, meaning that more than 1/3 of them do not. Oh, really? Where the hell is this fact-checker poll? What was it, fucking Snopes that ran it? I don't buy that. 6 in 10 Americans believe him? Bullshit. He's got a higher approval rating than that. If you go by the fact of his approval rating, which usually goes towards their belief and credibility of a candidate, okay, you're full of fucking shit. Because the reason why a person will back a candidate, in part, large part depending, is the credibility of that candidate. Because are they going to say are they going to say something and actually do it type of thing? Is credibility and vague mistrust of fact checkers unique to Americans, or is it a broader attribute of humans? It may be a bit of both. I love this because Americans have been lied to. They've openly seen it. At this point, they know that the the press has lied, like with Hillary's health and all this other shit, they've literally had it reinforced that the press lies, that the legacy media lies, okay? And that these fact checkers like Snopes lie. They've had it reinforced. They've seen the evidence, the actual facts that show it. Because they've seen that, okay, they want to act like, you know, it's a situation where this is an American thing, but it could be a little bit of both. You fucking lie to us, you pieces of fucking shit. And then you don't expect us to not trust you? Oh my God, that would be like, you know, what are we? The fucking cuck guy who has the girlfriend that's out all hours, doesn't come home some nights, says she's staying with her fucking girlfriends while she's fucking other dudes, and we're just supposed to be like, okay. And that's you telling us facts? Oh, I was out with my girlfriends. And we're supposed to go, okay, that's a fucking lie. That's how your lies are. And we're not going to say okay at this point because we're not going to cuck to you people. And you don't like that. In a study published Tuesday and conducted with a sample of 370 Australians, researchers found that the veracity of political candidates' claims does matter to voters sometimes. When Australian subjects were shown an array of politicians, false statements corrected by fact-checking, they reduced their belief of those assertions. When they were shown fact-checked true statements, whether attributed to a politician on the right or the left, their belief in the assertions increased as well. Well, yeah, let me translate why that happens. Because these people blindly are literally buying into this appeal to authority. That's what you're trying to push here with this fact-checking shit. You are talking about appealing to authority instead of these people actually going and seeing for themselves. You want them to just buy into the authority of these fact-checkers. Appeal to it. Okay? And be able to just, you know, accept it as face value. Accept it at face value. And you want them to do that because then you know that these fact-checkers can just lie. Once they're trusted, they can lie and lie and lie. But the problem is, that's what the legacy media did. They got to where they were trusted, and then they figured, wow, we're trusted. Let's lie. And they were telling little white lies over the years, more and more lies. Then we got to the 2016 presidential election. And they got so Trump deranged that they honestly thought that they could lie out their fucking asses. And guess what? It didn't work. People were able to see through their bullshit because their lies weren't even remotely fucking believable. Like the Steele dossier. They're like, oh, this is real. Yeah, Trump's going to go run into a bathroom and start screaming, I hate black people, instead of doing it in front of the hookers that don't even speak fucking English. Yeah. Okay, that's real fucking believable, you idiots. And you said that, and the fact checkers were saying that the Steele dossier was real. Fuck you. Now it's pretty much proven it's full of shit. But you want us to trust fact checkers who said that it was real. Get bent. Seriously, get bent. Not going to happen. This fact-checking changed subjects. This fact-checking changed subjects' views about which politicians they supported, but only slightly. Yeah, so basically what you're trying to say is well, we need these fact-checkers to push them propaganda and lies so that we can get them to vote Democrat. Jesus Christ, why don't you veil it a little bit more and try to hide that shit? But only slightly. Only when false statements outnumbered true statements by a ratio of 4-1. When false statements and true statements were attributed to a candidate in equal numbers, 4 falsehoods in balance with 4 true statements, Australian subjects didn't change their opinions at all. Oh, God. They're literally talking about appealing to authority with these fact checkers. And they expect people to just be okay with that. It's so fucked up. This bitch Healy, she's a real piece of work. Study co-author Adam J. Berinsky, a political scientist at MIT, said he considered those results a bit less depressing than what he found when he tried the same experiment on American subjects. Oh, where? Because no matter what you tried to push, there was anti-Trump people went, fuck you? Is that why, Adam? You fucking poor little butthurt bitch. Where? Fucking where? When the authors presented fact-checked assertions from Trump and former Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders to Americans. You notice how they chose Trump and Bernie? They didn't choose Hillary, who lied through her fucking teeth. You know, Hillary lied worse than Bernie did. Or misstated shit. But, you know, they don't bring Hillary into this. That doesn't show any fucking bias. Oh, no, we'll bring in Bernie and Trump. Yeah, okay. Because Hillary did not lie and could do no wrong. Because you're just fucking stupid idiots who believe that shit. Oh, God. So, yeah. And a former president, the magnitude of the overall effect was minute, even when the false statements outweighed true ones by the same 4-to-1 margin. Well, that's because Washington Post is fake news, and you shouldn't exactly use them as your fact checker, you dumb fuck. Those results, which are not yet published, suggest that, although both Americans and Australians are capable of distinguishing fact from fiction, with the help from fact checkers, they are loath to alter their overall view. They loathe to alter their overall view of their favored candidate accordingly. Not they are loath. Jesus Christ, proofread your fucking shit. This actually was published in the LA Times. What the fuck? And I love this. With the help of fact checkers, because people can't decide on their own. People can't make up their own minds. People can't look at the facts themselves and come up with their own conclusions based off of them. And the fact checkers need to be there because people are too stupid to do that for themselves. Give me a fucking break. That's what this bitch is pushing. They seem to be saying, he may be a liar, but he's my liar, Berinsky said. No, they're saying that you fuckers, you fact-checking, you people that are saying, appeal to the authority of fact checkers are full of fucking shit. Okay? Because they've literally seen Trump say some things and then had it confirmed when the Washington Post is going, it's a lie. Because of that, that's why this is happening. But you see, you don't want to grasp that concept. You don't want to go near it because then your whole narrative here is complete bullshit. Also, slightly depressing, he added, was the short shelf life of fact check. A week after subjects in both countries saw politicians' assertions corrected for truthfulness, they had forgotten virtually all of what they had learned. No, they actually found out that the fact checkers were biased fucking shitbags. For example, the Washington Post with their Trump derangement shit and saying weren't saying things that weren't lies were lies. I mean, sorry, that was my glasses against my mic. But I wish I could think of that guy's name. Fuck. Go look on Steven Crowder and look at this guy. He goes through lie after lie that the Washington Post said was fact to go after Trump. It's fucking hilarious. They literally do things like take the same statement and count it as a new thing each time. That's how they come up with these large fucking numbers. Trump will repeat something and they go, new lie. No, it's the same fucking statement and it ain't a lie. It's a lie. And it's a new one. It's the same one. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. And that's how they're fucking acting with this shit. And those are supposedly the fact checkers. Go check into this shit for yourself. It's fucked up. But Berinsky said he took heart in Australians' willingness to adjust their assessments of lying politicians even a little bit. Translation: he took to heart the fact that Australians can be easily fucking swayed by appealing to authority. That's what really gets him. That's what he's liking, and that's what his heart went out, he took to heart. I mainly study U.S. politics, and I'm used to a world in which fact-checking doesn't work very well, where people are really stuck in their lane, and politicians are seemingly immune to any kind of facts, he said. It's good to know there are countries in which this can still work. You mean in countries where people can say that they're a fact-checker and then get people to buy into their bullshit and appeal to their authority? Fuck you, dude. How the fuck are you at MIT teaching when your view and mentality is that? Seriously. Oh my God. The findings echoed those of a report published last week in PLOS One, which demonstrated that the inclusion of fact-checking in an experimental news feed made subjects hungrier and more confident news consumers. It also made them more inclined to trust mainstream media outlets. And there the truth shall be revealed. The truth shall be revealed. it's like with YouTube and their fact-checking bullshit. They use leftist now controlled by the leftist fucking Wikipedia as their fact check. Wikipedia, which isn't an credible fucking source. They use all these things to fact check people that are countering their fucking bullshit narrative. Okay, the mainstream media narrative. Okay, the truth shall be revealed right here, as I said. This idea of they're being more inclined to trust the mainstream media. But when you have these supposed fact checkers out there saying, well, this is true, and they're backing the legacy media, and you're appealing to their authority, of course people are going to start trusting the mainstream media outlets more. It's not because they're being more truthful. It's not because you have these fact checkers actually, backing them with facts. It's because they're backing them with this bullshit propaganda biased, from the left type shit. And what they're doing is then they're using this fact of, well, they're fact checkers. Appeal to their authority. Appeal to their authority. As opposed to going checking for yourself. Just believe the mainstream media and the fact checkers. So what if they're in bed together? They're not doing anything to harm you. Oh, no, they're not trying to lie to you. They're not trying to sway your opinion so that you think the way that they want you to. Give me a fucking break. But there was a hitch. In addition to being very small, subject shifts and attitudes became evident only when their news feeds included an occasional defensive journalism article. Oh, God. So they literally not only need to appeal to authority, they have to actually write fucking articles to defend their existence, because they can't defend their existence through their actions. Oh, you fucking idiots. Usually these were opinion pieces that countered attacks on the profession. Oh, you mean basically saying that Trump, lying and saying that Trump's attacking all the press when he's attacking you fuckwits in the legacy media because you're lying sacks of shit? Yeah, okay. Without defensive journalism, fact-checking had no effect on these outcomes. Raymond J. Pingree, a professor of mass communications at Louisiana State University, and his co-authors concluded, holy shit, I said Louisiana like I was living down there. Fucking A. But yeah. So basically, without writing propaganda to defend the legacy media, fact checkers and fact checking had no effect. It shouldn't have had an effect even with that, because they're literally doing it. You're literally using them as a thing to, as a situation for appeal to authority. It shouldn't work like that. Which goes to show that if you can do the appeal to authority thing and actually sway people without actually presenting any facts, because they go, well, we say it's false, and they never cite any reason why it's false. They never actually give any actual facts. Like they don't show any documentation. They don't show like sources. They just go, well, this was this, and this is why it's a lie. And they don't go, well, this is what backs that up. Here's this source, and this source. They don't do that. Self-identified Republicans in the study started out lower than Democrats in their trust of mainstream media. Their confidence in their own ability to decide what is true in politics, and their intention to use a mainstream news portal in the future. But after a week of plying them with specialized news feeds, Pingree's team found that people across the political spectrum responded well to the combination of fact-checking and defensive journalism pieces. Holy fucking shit, they are literally talking about. Oh my God. They are literally talking about using brainwashing for all intents and purposes. That's what they're doing here. They're bragging about that. Look at what we did to self-identified Republicans. We gave them a specialized news feed, and using it, we were literally able to change how their mind worked, how their view was, what they believed. They're like bragging about it. They're like the fucking big-eyed, fucking thinning-haired, ugly little fucker from Lord of the Rings going, the precious, the precious, the precious. They're like holding it like the fucking ring with this. Look what we can do with the precious. We can sway the Republicans to precious. Fuck you. Oh my God. You're like bragging about that shit. If you're starting to see a light at the end of the partisan tunnel, however, oh my God, at the end of the partisan tunnel, you mean to where you can brainwash people on the right to think more like you fuckers on the left? Oh God, be honest. However, consider a third study published this week. It tested the idea that people are more inclined to believe unproven conspiracy theories when their party is out of power, a notion sometimes called the conspiracy belief is for losers hypothesis. Oh God. You know, the idea of conspiracy theory and all that shit, the CIA literally were the ones behind this, because you had these people pointing out their conspiracies and they went, it's a conspiracy theory. We need, tinfoil hat. And they were the ones who pushed that idea of it being like, whacked out, fucked up, because people were talking about the Tuskegee experiments. Okay. And the federal government needed plausible deniability. So, that's a conspiracy theory. Really? Okay. Conspiracy theory. So you're not infecting all these people, all these black men with syphilis. Oh, no, we're not doing that. Comes out they were. So the Gulf and Tonkin incident was a false flag. That's a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy. No. And then it comes out factual that it was a false flag. But yet they want to make conspiracy bad. Conspiracy, bad word. The study was led by UCLA anthropologist Daniel Fessler, who found that people whose political stance aligned them with American conservatism were far more likely than liberals to embrace falsehoods that warned of grim consequences. Bullshit! I don't buy that. Where's your fucking study? Where's your fucking, sample? Where's the actual procedure that was followed in the study? Because I ain't buying this shit. This sounds like completely rigged bullshit. Because hasn't the left been spurging out for 2 years saying that Trump was going to end gay marriage, end abortion, end this, end that, do this, do that, fire and brimstone? Yeah. When that's going on, you're full of fucking shit. Americans who hew more progressive political stances were certainly credulous as well, the UCLA team found, but they were no more likely to believe a scary falsehood, say, that a drunken airline passenger could pry open a plane's door in midair, than they were to buy into the far less terrifying myth that you can burn more calories by exercising on an empty stomach. Talk about complete fucking conflation. This is what's fucked up. They talk about, how conservatives will buy into these, embrace falsehoods and conspiracies and all this other shit, like political and fire and brimstone. But then for the left, it's, say, a drunken airline passenger pry open a plane's door, or that you can burn more calories on an empty stomach. Okay, what about the fact of all their delusional shit with, Trump's going to end abortion, Trump's going to do this, Trump's going to do that, Trump's literally Hitler. I mean, for fuck's sake. You got that going on and you're trying to fucking pass this shit off? Trump's literally Hitler. But the conservatives are the ones that buy into conspiracy bullshit. Oh, you fuckwits. Oh, my God. But were these inclinations real and enduring, or could they be explained by the fact that when the experiment was run in October 2015 and September 2016, conservatives had been out of the White House for several years? Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Oh, my God. Fessler and Theodore Samore, a graduate student... Wait a minute. Fessler and Theodore Samore, a graduate... So, wait a minute. Okay, Fessler's the professor. I was like, I thought there was another fucking typo here. I'm sorry. I forgot that Fessler was the professor. Fessler and Theodore Samore, a graduate student in UCLA's anthropology department, repeated the experiment in 2016 after Donald Trump had won the presidential election, and in 2017 after Georgia Democrat Doug Jones beat Republican Roy Moore in a special election for a Senate seat. After Trump's triumph, the researchers reasoned conservatives should feel empowered and confident. After Jones's victory, they presumed liberals would likely feel hopeful once more. Well, speaking of Moore, you pulled a fucking Kavanaugh there, and we haven't seen shit happen to him, which goes to show that you basically fucking pulled your deranged bullshit and ruined a man's life. But hey, you won an election, you fucking scumbags. But their original findings did not change. As they moved further right on the ideological spectrum, people were consistently more likely to believe frightening false claims and found them more credible than emotionally neutral falsehoods. The results were published last week in PLOS One. I'm not buying this. This has got to have bias involved, because you've literally got the left spurging out going, Trump is Hitler, Trump's a racist, Trump is this, Trump is that, Trump's going to do this, Trump's going to do that. And it's all spurging out. Yet the people on the right are the ones that are fucked in the head and believe in bullshit conspiracies. Yeah, okay, sure, right, likely story. It seems there's just a fundamental difference in how credulous people are about hazards as a function of their orientation, Fessler said. How positively people feel about their party's future doesn't matter. Oh, fuck you, dude. Jesus Christ. You're literally projecting. I want to see the details of this study. I'm busy all weekend. We got Christmas coming up at the beginning of the week here with Christmas Eve Monday. If I got time over Christmas, I want to fucking find this study. And if I find this study, I'm going to go through it. And if I can find the results of the study and the testing methodology and stuff like that, I mean, I don't usually do stuff like that, but I'll go through it, and I'll probably do a video on it, and maybe we'll go through it together. As I go through it, I'll do a video, and we'll see what the fuck this idiot's doing, because with this study, because it seems like there's some major fucking rigging going on in it, or some bias or some shit. When you literally have the left spurging out like they are. You have Antifa in the streets spurging out like they are. Buying into these bullshit conspiracies, but yet it's the conservatives that are the ones that are supposedly the easily duped by conspiracy fuckwits. Yeah, okay, sure, likely story. That dynamic has worrisome implications. When believers of ominous warning succeed at the polls, they have the megaphones that power brings, Fessler said, and they use that, whether cynically or genuinely, I can't tell, to issue additional proclamations of danger. Oh, God. That's probably along the lines of Trump talking about the illegal situation, which turned out to be fucking true. But to the left, it isn't, because we should just have open borders, and they should just be able to come here, because they're just looking for a better life. They don't want, fuck, who cares if they want to collect welfare and play Xbox all day while they drink, Coca-Cola and eat Chick-fil-A? Fuck you. Seriously. They caught terrorists recently. 10 terrorists, actual fucking terrorists trying to cross the fucking border. I mean, what the fuck? You try to play it like, oh, it's conspiracy theory, and you gotta believe fact checkers. You gotta appeal to their authority. Fuck off. I'd rather go by what I can see, what's tangible, the actual facts, and go from there. Why would I want to appeal to the authority of some fuckwit who's in the legacy media, who's clearly got a left bias? But they're impartial. No, they're not. Don't try to tell me Snopes is fucking impartial. Don't try to tell me that the Washington shitpost is impartial. You're full of fucking dog shit. Give me a fucking break. This, he said, has been Trump's stock in trade. Foreign powers are taking advantage of the United States. Dangerous hordes are storming the borders, and we need to build a wall to keep would-be invaders at bay. Oh, so okay. Foreign powers are not taking advantage of the United States. So Canada, which we're supposed to have free trade with, doesn't have a 200 or 300% fucking tariff on U.S. milk and milk products to protect the milk industry in Quebec and other parts of Canada? Oh, wait a minute. That's right. It does. That's right. It does. Oh, the Germans. They don't have all these bullshit tariffs on American cars? Well, we don't have shit for tariffs on theirs? And they're not taking advantage of us with that? Oh, wait, that's right, they are. China, with their high tariffs against the United States, well, we have very low tariffs on them, aren't taking advantage of us? Oh, wait a minute, that's right, they are. Dangerous hordes are storming the border. Well, they literally fucking got stopped at the border, and they're in TJ right now. Probably watching donkey shows and shit like that. You know, carjacking more people like they have been, stealing their cars, doing shit like that. Yeah. We do need to build a wall to secure our fucking border. When they just caught like 10 fucking terrorists recently trying to cross into the United States. Literal, actual, factual fucking terrorists. Yes, we need to build a fucking wall, you dumb fuck. Holy shit. That cycle is very difficult to break, Fessler said. What's more, warning people who are inclined to believe that kind of narrative, that they're being lied to, seems more likely to reinforce the conspiracy theory than to induce a change of heart. Because you're being proven a fucking liar, you dumb shit? When literally, I just pointed out examples of how foreign powers are taking advantage of the United States. You're a fucking liar. Okay? When literally you have these people storming the fucking border, like that said, fuck going through the immigration process, the asylum process, and stormed the fucking border. And they had to shoot tear gas to stop them from crossing. They're dangerous fucking hordes. Literally. They were a horde, and they were dangerous. If you tried to stop them, if you went up there and said, hey, stop what you're doing, they probably would have grabbed them, someone who was doing that, and beat the shit out of them. So shut the fuck up. Oh, my God. You are a fucking piece of work, you asshole. Oh, God. You are liars. That's why people look at you and say they're being lied to by you. Because you literally just got proved a liar. Fuck you, dude. I don't care if you worry. Because guess what? Your feels over reals don't fucking matter. All right? Because your feels aren't reals. Your feels are your feelings. The reality is different than what your feelings are telling you. I hate to break that to you, fella, or whatever the fuck your name is. Do you need a trauma animal? Oh, wait, you're in California. Do you need like a big fucking joint to smoke to calm your nerves and deal with how triggered that's got to make you? Huh? Do you? I mean, this is fucking ridiculous. They're literally going after Trump supporters here. They're doing it veiled, okay? They're doing it backhanded. They're doing it fucking slimy. And this bitch Healy, she's a fucking piece of work. What's her fucking first name? Melissa. Okay, so Melissa here, she's a fucking scumbag. This asshole feller or fooler or feller or whatever the fuck his name is, Fessler. He's a fucking scumbag. His graduate student is a fucking scumbag, I bet. Because he isn't doing this, oh, I just want to graduate and get the fuck out. He's probably a left-range fuckwit. All these assholes pushing this fucking narrative that the fact that we need to appeal to the authority of fact checkers. Because we just have to. Because they're fact checkers. We have to just believe them. Because, you know, they're pushing this propaganda to make the legacy media seem more credible. You know, it's bullshit. It's complete and total bullshit. This is sad that they're this desperate, saying that, you know, you just have to appeal to their authority when it comes to the fact checkers. Because what they say is true, and that's the bottom line, and there should be no question about it. And even if you bring facts that counter them, they're true on the note of what the fact checkers say. I mean, this is the shit that they're pushing. So that's why I'm actually up later than I really should be, because, I mean, it's 5 in the morning and I got to be up in a few hours, but I wanted to get this video done. This is ridiculous. I mean, this shit needs to be exposed. It's fucking hilarious how they're willing to push this bullshit narrative of appealing to authority and conservatives. They just buy into conspiracies, and the fact checkers just need to have their shit shoved down the conservatives' throats so that they'll start buying into our shit. Instead of looking at like their environment and looking at, you know, for actual facts themselves. They should be like the left and just take what they're told and enjoy it and believe it. Give me a fucking break. Anyways, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.